Hello everyone, Mo-NaN here for another video today, everybody. I know it's been a few weeks. I have not released anything at all. I have not gotten a chance to. It's just been busy with so much work, so much collaborations I'm trying to pull off, all types of stuff. So it's just been super fucking busy for me. But I wanted to make a quick video, kind of give you guys a little gist of stuff, and then I wanted to talk about a few things. Now, the first thing is just like, of course, I got to start it off. I hope everyone has a good day, a good week, a great month, a wonderful year. I hope everything is going good for everybody. I don't feel the greatest today. I'm sick as fuck, sadly. And hopefully this shit will subside here soon, because, I feel a mess, everybody. But, I got to do it for y'all. But I kind of wanted to talk about today, since it's kind of been everywhere lately. That Logic video talking about suicide prevention and stuff like that, and there's a lot of GOBT stuff going on and all this kind of crazy stuff. So I kind of wanted to speak on some of that. First thing I wanted to speak on was the fact that I'm very happy that they did that. And also I feel like what Kesha's song "Praying" also is part of that. That song is very emotional. That song is very deep, and that song has a lot of realness to it. And I don't think people really fully understand. Like, that song is very hard hitting. It is very emotional, and you can feel like the intensity from that song. So I have to give props to Kesha for that. Logic, I have to thank him for even talking about that. But there's a lot of people who do talk about stuff like that, but people don't like pay attention because it's not that serious. So, but what my thoughts is, and what I might label this video as is I I am gay, I am a black man, and I have been through hell and back. Now in this new generation, a lot of kids who come out and stuff, they don't get the kind of craziness that we get, but I also feel like that is making them a little sensitive. Only because I feel like, yeah, it's great that everyone gets accepted for being gay and stuff like that, but I think that mind warps them into thinking that um certain things that they do or say are allowed. And that's why I agree with like a lot of people who saying like our new generation is so PC and take things so serious to the point where no one can ever speak an opinion, because I don't want to live in a world where I can't somebody that agrees with everything. We don't live in the Stepford Wives world where we're all fucking machines and we have to follow rules. That's not how the world works. We shouldn't have to do that. We should all learn to agree to disagree. Not everybody's going to like what you have to say or do or live or anything like that, but that's life. We have to learn that. Not everyone can sit there and accept everything. That's not how the fucking world works, and I want people to understand that no matter what, we all can still agree to disagree, but also come to a common ground. It is very fucking possible for compromise. Now, I know some people don't do that, but that's on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I know there's tons of people who are like, you don't have to change your perception, but you at least have to show respect. You cannot disrespect someone that you may not agree with, because that's the issue I have with like the protesters and all that shit. It doesn't matter who fucking protesting, they're all wrong. They're all doing it wrong. They're all making shit worse. They're all making normal black people like me look bad, because if I walk down the street and I get pulled over by the police just because they might think, oh, you're part of the Black Lives Matter, or you're part of this, or you're part of that. I don't want to be part of that, because I've never fit in with any of these people. I don't fit in with the gay community like that. I don't fit in with straight people. I don't fit in with most people in general. So for me, it's different. I can't bring myself to just be like, oh, I'm going to pick a group and stick with it. No, because that's not how it works. That's like you having two best friends that hate each other, but then you are stuck in the middle and you got to choose. No, bitch, I'm not choosing either one of you, because I shouldn't have to be a part of that. That's just how it goes. And that's how I want a lot of people to understand. And I want people who are like me to speak out about that we do not have to agree to what the fuck is going on. We're just allowing this shit to be like, oh, they're speaking for the rest of us. No, they don't speak for me. Black Lives Matter does not speak for me. Racists don't speak for me. I can give a fuck less. Like, y'all don't speak for me. You know what I'm saying? The gay community, y'all sure as hell don't speak for me. Because the thing with the gay community is, everyone thinks the gay community is peachy keen, it's great, it's awesome, everyone gets along. No, boo. Gay people are the most cattiest people next to women, and it's even worse. It's sleeping with each other's man, spreading diseases. There's tons of violence, stabbings, murders, rapes, sexual assault, physical assault. There's a lot of that stuff that goes on in the gay community, and it happens a lot, and people don't pay attention to that. And I've always felt like, as a man, you should always act like a man. I don't give a fuck if you're feminine. I don't give a fuck if you're masculine. I don't care. Just don't allow, I feel like, do not allow another man put their hands on you and then you play the victim. There's no need for that. We have too many victims out here already. I've played the victim before, so I know what it's like. This is coming from somebody who used to play the victim to make people feel sorry for me and have pity for me and give me all this love and attention and all this bullshit. I don't need that. I've been through enough of that. I don't want to be this sensitive ass dude where I can't handle any fucking situation. And that's just how I feel. And that shit happens, that we get into the point where people don't know how to communicate or express like the feelings that they need to, but also understand to empathize. See, that's one big thing I will always say in a lot of my videos. Empathy is something that a lot of people will never want to do because they don't want to put themselves in another person's world. But it's just so funny because even the white nationalists and the Black Lives Matter, y'all are fighting for the same fucking thing if you guys haven't figured it out, because most of the white nationalists, or a lot of these white people, are just as poor and as broke as black people in the ghetto. They'll never understand that difference because they don't see it as that. They see it because they're still white. They feel like they're still better than us. But the problem is, you can't be. Because if you're living in trailer parks, people fucking their cousins, you have a deadbeat mom, deadbeat dad, violence, child molestation, all that kind of shit happens within the white community, and in like a poor white communities too. Sometimes in like middle class white communities, because it happens in the black communities too. But I don't think people can put those two together and understand like you guys are living the same fucking lives and that we are all the same fucking people. We all go through the same experiences, but poor white people will never fully grasp that because they don't see it that way, which is hilarious to me because you guys are just as bad as we are. You are just as ghetto as we are. You are ghetto. You're just white. You live in, they call them rednecks. They call them trailer trash. It's the same fucking thing. There's no difference. That's the ghetto for white people. And they still go through the same shit. And yet they sit here and they claim to be racist. But how can you be... See, I'm sick. You can't claim to be... Oh. Sorry, y'all. I know that's nasty as fuck. I know it's nasty as fuck. But, gotta do it. No. But, it's true. No matter what, they are still the same way. Because those rich white people that y'all claim that give a fuck about y'all, don't give a fuck about y'all. That's what poor white people must understand. Rich white people do not care because you're still on the bottom of the totem pole to them. Money rules everything. Race does not rule nothing. Race rules nothing. And it's even funnier when in the gay community when there are racists, because they're like, but it's just like, how they put it as is preference, which I understand. Everyone has a preference. I have a preference. Everyone has a preference. But the only problem I have is that people will not break out of that box to try something different, to give a real determination on why they don't like this other culture, or why they don't like this, why they don't like that. Like, I want details. I need specific detail. Now, a lot of the people that I know who don't like black people are the ones that have had bad situations with black people. Some have been robbed, some have been raped, shot, all types of foul stuff. And so they look at me like, oh, well, you're just like the other ones because I've done this multiple times and I've gotten fucked over. So that's totally understandable, but certain people's experiences with a certain race will determine how they feel. Even though as much as they try not to do that, but the more shit that happens to them, the more their mind gets warped. And that's what people have to understand. It's the same thing for me being black and me not liking black people or hanging out with black people, because the ones who used to bully me, who used to fuck me over, used to rob me, used to steal from me, used to put guns in my face and make me feel like I wasn't shit or garbage, was black people. They were the ones who put me in that situation and made me hate myself and hate my color and hate everything that had to do with that. And that's something that people don't talk about. That's something that a lot of people deal with. You know what I'm saying? And they look at me like, oh, well, you're giving up on our culture. Like, no, I'm not. I can't deal with the type of black people that everyone wants to be. Even these white kids and Latino kids, they all want to be these ghetto, let's sag our pants, tight ass jeans, let's fuck bitches and do all this crazy shit. They want to do that. But I'm not that type of person, and I don't want to be that type of person. I wasn't raised to be that type of fucking person. I'm not that person. and I refuse to ever become that person. So when I'm growing up, hanging out with black kids and all this other stuff, I was always bullied. So the white kids were the ones who had my back, who showed me compassion and love, who gave me a chance, who taught me something that I never thought I would learn. And it put me in a great situation for me to love that and make me want to do something better. But I also want to talk to my own community and tell them, y'all need to stop acting like this way because you guys don't have to. Y'all want to be ghetto. You want to live in the hood. You want to sell drugs. You want to shoot people. You want to cause a ruckus because you like that. If black people would tell each other we enjoy being a ghetto ratchet ass culture, then that's what we need to say, because as long as we admit that what the fuck we're doing, we at least have a way to change it. Same thing with the gay community. People do not, I feel like these kids nowadays don't are punks nowadays because of that whole PC thing. But one thing I've always wanted to put on is the ones that are closeted. See, this is something that people don't talk about. There are a lot of closeted gay, bisexual, all types of people. They live normal lives. They keep their secrets together. They're still fucking on their wife and cheating on their children and all this other type of shit. But yet at the same time, they don't know what it's like to be someone who is out and dealing with this. They're basically dealing with it internally. So they can't fully grasp on what's really going on with us. They don't. And I feel like they get off scot-free because they can keep it a secret. You see what I'm saying? And that's what bothers me the most, is that they get off scot-free because all they have to do is lie, cheat, and their lives are going to be okay. They're going to be miserable as time goes on, and karma's a bitch, because trust me, karma has been a bitch for a few of them. But I'm just saying that there's a majority that sit here and talk about how much they don't like us, how, you know what I'm saying, that one person who may not like gay people could actually be gay. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we get hate from our own people because they have to keep up a fucking facade. And we need to talk about that and nip that shit in the bud, because that shit happens way too fucking often. And that's one thing that I don't agree with. That I will not agree with. That people get mad at the ones who are open and honest with each other about their sexuality, but then the ones who are closeted and want to keep it secret, and half of them are willing to kill to keep that secret because they feel like they're gonna lose everything. Bitch, most of us, all gay, GOBT, have lost everything, but you have not lost one thing, and it puts us in a sad situation that even our gay people want to fuck you guys and have sexual relationships with you guys, knowing you guys, if anything were to happen to any other gay people, you wouldn't shed a fucking tear, you wouldn't help us, you wouldn't even volunteer at a GLBT shelter or nothing. Oh, and I gotta talk about shelters, because these shelters nowadays, you non-profit shelters, you shelters who try to help people, are fucking garbage. And I will have another conversation about that one, for sure. But that's one thing that bothers me, is that all the closeted gay people sit here and do not do anything for us. They do not help us. They do not care. And that's something we need to stop and nick in the fucking bud. How many of these gay dudes love messing with so-called straight guys and all this other shit, but they're not doing nothing for us except giving us dick and riding off with their wife and kids happy as fuck? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's garbage. We've worked too hard for the shit we have done. We've had too many people die for the shit we have done. We don't need somebody who gets off fucking scot-free, you know? And I don't know, maybe there are people who actually were forced to come out or all this type of stuff, but I've heard multiple stories of like tons of people who do that and, you know, don't want to be honest with themselves because they're scared of everybody else. Who the fuck are you scared of? Nigga, you took the chance to want to be a thug, but you want to be but you want to keep it a secret that you gay? Who cares? Like Manny Fresh used to say down in Louisiana, call one of them gay niggas gay or faggot and watch him blow your motherfucking head off and then rape you. It's just the realest shit. There are gay people who are thugs, but see, people don't talk about that. People don't put that in perspective. People don't talk about them like they are part of the community, but because they are so hard and gritty that people don't seem to understand that no, them niggas can fight, them niggas can actually do something, but they don't give a fuck about us because we're out and about and they're happy. They're just mad because we are. They can't be that person. They can choose to be that person, but they're willing to hurt other people for it. They're willing to hurt their wife, their children, their family. For what? Be fucking single and say, look, I just want to fuck and call it a fucking day. But no, nobody can do that. So this is the type of stuff I talk about, and I'm sorry. I know I'm sick as fuck. My video's running until like 15 minutes. I probably won't be able to upload this on Facebook, but I want to thank you guys. I'll probably have another video about like nonprofit organizations and stuff like that, because that's always been an issue of mine, and I've always had a problem with a lot of them. And that's why I've been really working my butt off to want to open one myself, have one run myself, but I want to run it properly. And I'll probably do another video explaining that. So thank you guys. Mo-NaN is back in action, bitches, and I'm finna make some more videos. So thank you guys. Mo-NaN out.